In 2005, an Urban Land Institute study concluded that the Colorado History Museum and Judicial Complex buildings were outdated and unable to serve their respective audiences.
The biggest issue that the museum had is that their building was leaking. They were primarily underground. They were sharing with the Judicial Complex the heating and cooling and structural presence on that block, and it really wasn't working well for them.
It took 3 years to identify a site for the new museum. The History Colorado Center and Ralph L. Carr Colorado Judicial Center projects were then financed together through the sale of certificates of participation and without the use of state general funds.
This block was known primarily as a parking lot.
And today it's home to the new History Colorado Center, which is on track to receive LEED Gold certification. It was designed and built by an all-local team, Triba Architects, Trammell Crow Company, and Hensel Phelps Construction Company.
There's a contemporary feeling, but one that also is grounded, and the use of stone helps us feel that there's also a timeless quality to the building. The transparency of the building and the openness, I think, is highly reflective of the spirit of Colorado, which is quite different than other places around the country.
Today, the $110.8 million, 200,000 square foot museum welcomes locals and out-of-town visitors to downtown Denver. They come to view and learn from its highly experiential exhibits.
We have moved away from the chronological approach to museums to one of more of a thematic approach. What are the dreams and aspirations of people who came to Colorado, and as we look forward into the future, how does that lifestyle affect the future decisions we make about Colorado?
This has changed our ideas of what a history museum, quote unquote, can be. It's a different and much higher quality of presentation, interaction, and understanding. They set the bar high and they jumped over it.
In addition to serving as the new home for the museum, the History Colorado Center also includes lots of space for education and public programs, providing a much-needed gathering place for the community.
The completion of the building allows us the opportunity to share this space for civil and civic conversations.
It's also enhancing the cultural scene in downtown Denver.
We are really getting a group of very strong cultural institutions that are world-class, and each one adds to the weight of all of us.
History Colorado is a 133-year-old organization which has allowed us to collect a wonderful collection of artifacts, but it's also allowed us to collect a wonderful collection of stories.
History is not just looking at a bunch of things, it's understanding, and it teaches us about the present and the future, and it teaches us about ourselves.
I think this history museum is as much about the future as it's been about the past.